So for our project, we decided to partner with LARC, a group home here located here in Fort Myers for adults with disabilities. We did this because we recognize that in our community there is a bit of alienation that occurs with adults with disabilities in group homes, and we wanted to break down that barrier, and we also wanted to build their social skills and also their self-esteem. For the leadership part of our project, as college students, we are in a position of privilege. What identifies someone as a leader is what that person does with their privilege. Adults with developmental and physical disabilities are a muted part of our society. By advocating for their cause, we were able to provide them with a voice.
So our objective at LARC was to help the residents in the community with their social skills that they don't get to really use in other situations. Most of the residents at LARC don't have a caretaker or have anyone that they can really spend some time with to heighten these skills. So when they have activities such as a decades dance, it really allows them a chance to get out and branch out. I would use an example. I was working the DJ booth and I was pumping music out, and this one shy resident named Calvin had all the gear on from the photo booth we had, and he was dancing at the table. And then all the residents came by and they were shouting, "Go Calvin, go Calvin, go Calvin." It was like the best moment of the whole day. I couldn't stop smiling. And I think when it comes down to our mission and objective of helping them branch out a little bit, we definitely succeeded, and I don't think it could have gone any better.
We met them at their level. Everyone likes to have a good time. We were able to associate with them by engaging and really immersing ourselves into their little family that they've created at LARC. Maya Angelou said that time is the most precious thing one can give. We had the ability to give our time and do something valuable with it with the residents of LARC.
So from doing this project, I actually took away a lot more than I thought I would. Previously to doing this project, I have had past experience with group homes, and I hate to say this, but it's actually not been the most positive experience from what I witnessed. But after doing the decades dance at LARC, my whole perception of group homes changed, and I'm so happy it did because it's for the better. I realized that group homes are a very positive thing, and they do positive things for their residents. So that is my biggest takeaway from doing this project. And one of my favorite memories from this project was when a resident kept coming up to me to say hi. And he was nonverbal, and that's all he could say. He was always shake my hand. And after about the sixth time, an employee that worked there came up to me and said, "I hope you know this, but he never does that." And that's the first time he's done that. So thank you so much for doing what you're doing. And I love that I was able to do that.
So what was my perspective from this project? Coming in, I had little to no experience with people, let alone adults with disabilities. I volunteered most of my service hours for graduation at Special Equestrians in Fort Myers, but I didn't really come face to face with many disabilities. I mainly worked in the barn and helped the horses get ready so they could help the kids ride. But I think I wanted to step out of my comfort zone with this project because I think it is true, we mentioned earlier, that a lot of times there is alienation when it comes to people with disabilities, and we as a group think that's just completely wrong. I had to say that this project was so rewarding in so many different ways. Even though I was only doing the music, every resident was coming up to me and was saying that they loved the songs, they were dancing, they wanted me to see that they could dance and that they knew the song, and just having conversations with some of them. I mean, it was like an average day, an average conversation, and we were just having a great time bonding over music and a good time. I think if I were to do this project again, I would not change a thing. I think it was an overall huge success, and I hope that for other students who are looking to do civic engagement in future semesters, that they will look at LARC for a project opportunity.
Through our project Small Things, I was able to learn what it really means to be happy. And one of my favorite examples that I think about is Bob. And Bob and me, we were just hitting the dance floor hard. Real hard, I'm telling you. And he stops all of a sudden and he starts getting really, really excited. And I'm like, "What's going on, Bob?" And he goes, "You have to come over here, you have to follow me." He comes over, or he takes me over to his lunchbox, opens it up, and inside is his cell phone and his cell phone charger. And he was so excited to show me how the charger goes into the cell phone and how it all works. And it was the simplest thing. I mean, we all charge our phones every single night, but it's nothing to be happy about. And for Bob to be that excited and happy to show me, it just put things into perspective on what these people value. And it's what they can do. They themselves focus on their abilities. And it has really inspired me to work on mine. Instead of focusing on my weaknesses, I have been able to emphasize on my strengths, just like they do, like putting a charger into a phone.
You've got to take the bitter with the sweet. I'm young and light as a feather, but bitter with the sweet. You've got to take the bitter with the sweet. I'm young and light as a feather, but baby, let's stay together.
We have a passion for helping those with disabilities, and we chose to work with adults because we wanted to reduce their alienation and increase their social skills and self-esteem. We set out to do this by planning a dance for a LARC, a group home where adults with developmental disabilities can go and participate in a variety of activities. Originally, we were going to do a Halloween dance, but we hit a roadblock when LARC already had one planned. We put our brains together and came up with a new idea, a decades dance!
We organized a schedule that established a timeline. Nikki and Kelsey kept constant contact for 2 months with Hope, a LARC representative. When the day finally came, our plan was put into action. Richard was our fabulous DJ, Justin was our expert photographer, and Kelsey, Nikki, and AJ were the professional floaters and dancers.
Our main goal was to enhance their socializing skills, even by just shaking our hand and introducing themselves, or asking just one of us to dance. Their confidence improved. They cheered each other on, took the initiative to approach us, and showed us what it really meant to be genuinely happy.